You woke up today and probably ate something before noon. A few hours later, you ate again. And tonight, without thinking twice, you will sit down and eat a third time. Nobody taught you why. No textbook explained it. No doctor ever sat you down and said, 3 meals, spaced evenly, every day of your life. It just happened. It's been happening since before you could talk. But here's the strange part. Your body was never built for this. Nothing in your biology demands exactly 3 meals. So where did the number come from? The answer isn't science. It's a few thousand years of accidents, empires, and one cereal salesman. Let's start at the very beginning, before meals existed at all. Roughly 20,000 years ago, near a lake in what is now northern Israel, a small group of hunter-gatherers lived beside the water. Archaeologists digging there found the remains of their hearths, along with dozens of different seeds, roots, and animal bones scattered nearby. What they didn't find was any sign of a schedule. These people ate when there was food. Sometimes that meant eating constantly through the day. Sometimes it meant going almost a full day without nothing at all. There was no breakfast. There was no dinner. There was just success or hunger, decided by the hunt. That pattern held for most of human history. Then, agriculture changed everything. Around 12,000 years ago, in the region we now call the Middle East, people began farming instead of foraging. For the first time, food didn't run away. It grew in the same spot season after season. People stopped chasing meals and started staying in one place to grow them. You'd think a stable food supply would create a stable eating schedule. It didn't, not right away. Ancient Egyptians typically ate only twice a day, a light meal in the morning and a heavier one at night. The ancient Greeks leaned toward 3 small, loosely timed meals, but skipping one was completely normal. Nobody was counting. Then there's Rome, which might be the most surprising case of all. You'd expect one of history's most organized civilizations to have a strict meal schedule. They didn't. Romans were actually suspicious of eating more than once a day. Many Roman writers treated multiple meals as a sign of poor self-control, almost a character flaw. Their real meal happened around midday. Breakfast barely counted as food at all, more of an afterthought before work. This single meal habit stuck around in parts of Europe for centuries. So the 3-meal structure we take for granted today isn't ancient. It isn't even old. It's surprisingly recent. To find where it actually started, we have to look at institutions that needed everyone eating on the same clock, at the same time, for practical reasons. The British Royal Navy is one of the earliest examples. As far back as the 1500s, ships ran on a fixed rhythm. Sailors worked in shifts around the clock, so meals had to be scheduled too. A simple breakfast, a heavier midday meal, and a lighter dinner became standard. Not for health reasons, but because a ship full of hungry, unscheduled sailors doesn't function. That idea, food on a fixed clock, stayed mostly confined to institutions like the Navy for a couple hundred years. Then, the Industrial Revolution arrived, and it forced the entire idea onto ordinary life. Starting in the late 1700s in Britain and spreading across the world through the 1800s, millions of people stopped working in fields and started working in factories. Fields don't care what time it is. Factories absolutely do. Workers clocked in at a set hour, worked a set shift, and got one predictable break in the middle of the day. Breakfast before the shift, lunch during the break, dinner after work ended. It wasn't a health philosophy. It was a scheduling necessity, built to keep an entire workforce fed and functional on an industrial timetable. Once millions of people lived by that rhythm every day, it stopped feeling like a system and started feeling like human nature. There's one more piece to this story, and it belongs to a man named John Harvey Kellogg. In the early 1900s, Kellogg was selling a new health food, cornflakes. There was a problem though. Convincing people to eat breakfast at all wasn't automatic yet, especially not a dedicated bowl of cereal every single morning. So Kellogg's company spent decades on aggressive advertising, pushing the idea that breakfast wasn't optional, that it was the most important meal of the day. That phrase wasn't handed down by scientists. It came from a marketing department that needed people buying cereal every morning of their lives. It worked so well that most of us have never once questioned it. So now, here's the real question. If 3 meals a day is basically a historical accident, Does your body actually want it? Kind of, but not for the reason you'd expect. Your body runs on something called a circadian rhythm, an internal 24-hour clock. In the morning, a hormone called cortisol rises, and your body becomes noticeably better at processing food, especially carbohydrates. Eat a meal in the morning, and your body handles the sugar efficiently. Eat that exact same meal late at night, and your blood sugar spikes higher. Your body stores more of it as fat, and your sleep quality can drop. Your hunger hormones follow this same rhythm. Your body actually starts preparing for food before you take a single bite, based purely on the routine it has learned. Not the number 3 specifically, just consistency and eating earlier rather than later, which means 2 meals, 3 meals, even 4 can all work perfectly well biologically, as long as most of your eating happens while your body is actually ready for it. But there's something else going on here that has nothing to do with biology at all. For over 20,000 years, humans have gathered around food to do more than survive. Shared meals build trust. They signal safety. Long before factories or cereal commercials existed, sitting down together to eat was one of the ways humans built relationships that kept them alive. Studies on social behavior consistently find that people who eat regularly with others report feeling happier and more connected than people who eat alone. So maybe 3 meals a day was never really about the number 3. Sailors needed a schedule. Factories needed predictable breaks. A cereal company needed a marketing angle, and underneath every bit of that history, your biology just happened to go along with it. Tonight, you'll probably sit down for dinner, just like billions of people before you, for reasons that have almost nothing to do with hunger and almost everything to do with history. And now, you know why.